has held a trainer's licence for only 10 months. The daughter of the legendary TJ Smith had tried for several years to obtain a trainer's licence from the AJC, but each time permission was not granted until Gai's persistence won out in January this year. Already Gai has tasted success in a Group 1 race. It was the Metropolitan in Sydney with former Kiwi Tiako Nick.
Tiako Nick on the outside and Nick in front. Sir Winston fighting on courageously. Mick Dittman shooting for the big double, drives Tiako Nick to the line, and Tiako Nick wins the Metropolitan. Sir
With
Winston
that victory, Tiako Nick became fully qualified for the Melbourne Cup.
It's a horse called Tiako Nick by Grosvenor. I suppose his best run ever was when he ran third over in New Zealand in the Derby last year. And since he's been in Australia, he's only had a few runs. But he's an out-and-out stayer. He's a very, very easy horse to train because he just loves his work. And he's a very good racehorse. He races boldly up near the lead. And he'll only have a luxury weight of 52 kilos in the cup. And I think he'll be very hard to beat. He's certainly doing a treat, and I'm very, very happy with him.
Gai trains out of Bounding Away Lodge at Randwick in Sydney and has been there for 5 years. Prior to that, with her dad Tommy at the famous Tulloch Lodge. Gai bought a big group of yearlings at New Zealand's Karaka sales and the Sydney Easter sales, and at the moment her stable is growing bigger by the day.
This stable, I think, will go on to be probably one of the major forces in Australian racing. I work very hard at what I do, and I try to be extremely professional. That's the way I've been trained over the last 20-odd years working with my father. To be successful in racing, you've got to be, one, very dedicated and work very hard, but I think probably more importantly, you've got to run it as a business. And for running this stable is exactly how I do. I run it as a business. You've got to look after your clients, who are the major base of any stable, and you've got to look after your staff, and you've got to look after your horses. The three components. You can't work without the three of them.
Gai is in Melbourne for her first Spring Carnival as a trainer, and who knows, she might just win the Melbourne Cup.
And I suppose in years to come I would like to think that I would be considered one of the major trainers in Australasia. But it doesn't come overnight, and I'm not expecting that success. I'm not looking for success for myself. I'm looking for success for the people who put their horses with me. If they have success, I get my enjoyment and my rewards from that.
Well, let me tell you, if determination counts for anything, Gai Waterhouse will be a tremendous success as a trainer. Isn't it good to hear her say she's not after success for herself, but for the people who put their horse?
The Victoria Derby is rich on tradition, just as its winners are rich on courage. This is the class contest, the first genuine test of stamina for 3-year-olds, with a proud history reaching 6 years beyond Archer's first ever Melbourne Cup, way back to 1855 and Rose of May. The Derby, run over 2,500 of the turf's most gruelling metres and sponsored by WAMI, has been won by many great horses en route to becoming champions. Farlap, yes. Big Red won the Derby, the Victoria Derby of 1929 to be precise. Comic Court saluted in 1948, and it probably goes without saying, but Tulloch, Tommy Smith's great champion, won the Derby of 1957, and then he won everything else. Sovereign Red, Red Anchor, Stylish Century. Last year it was Star of the Realm, beating off all challengers in the power drive to the winning post. This year will be no exception. Never is. Tradition would never allow anything less. The winner writing its own chapter in the aristocratic history of the Victorian Derby.